this is going to be my class for the month of September, the Celebrate with Tags. It's a bundle. It's got the Celebrations Tags dies and the Celebrate with Tags stamp set. And I don't know what I'm going to put with it, but you know, if you've taken my classes, they're amazing. I pick good stuff to go into the kits, and you make 8 cards, 2 each of 4 designs. You get envelopes, you get all the pre-cut cardstock pieces. You get typically designer series paper, embellishments, and ribbon. And then sometimes I throw some other things in, like last month with the Fish and a Wish, everybody got a blending brush. So it just kind of depends what I can get in there for the price point that I use. So anyway, we're using this. We're also going to be using the Celebrate Everything Host Designer Series paper. Now, this is the paper you can get. It's in the holiday catalog, and it is a host only, meaning that you have to either have a party for yourself or a party with friends. It's a minimum $150 order. Then you qualify for Stampin' Rewards, and you can use the Stampin' Rewards money to purchase this paper pack if you so wish. It's 48 12 by 12 sheets. It's huge. I like to just take one of every pattern and put it in a different pouch, so that way it's easier for me to use. Number one, I don't end up cutting into more than one sheet of the same design, because I've done that before with these big paper packs. It's like I'll pull out this piece and I'll use a little chunk out of it, and then I come back, you know, next week and I want to use this paper again. I don't realize that I've already used a piece, so I'll pull another piece out and cut a chunk out of it. And I like to use it down to the bits and then have the full sheets, just in case. You never know if you're going to want to make like a, you know, a fun fold card that uses an entire half sheet or something. So anyway, that's my own little weirdness that I do. But the paper is amazing. Now, this is cute paper. I colored these trees with Stampin' Blends. This paper was just black and white, this particular pattern, so I colored it. Isn't that cute? I love it. And these patterns are so bright and so fun, so cheery. And we are going to be using these 3, well, this double-sided piece here, and then these stars. We're going to make kind of a Halloween card. Well, actually, it is going to be a Halloween card. There's no kind of about it. It is going to be a Halloween card. But, so here's that paper that I colored. You can see it's just black and white, but it's so cute. You could color it multiple colors of green. We've got some polka dots, some pink and red stripes. You can never go wrong with a diagonal rainbow, honestly. This on the back. We've got some, what do you call these things? Fireworks. And then that, and this is one of my favorites. I just love that I'd like to just frame this and stick it on my wall. I think it's so cute. That's the back, some pink snowflakes. We've got some black and white fireworks. Then we have this on the back of that. We've got some wood grain, and then some Pacific Point, a couple Pacific Point patterns, and this. So there's a lot of fun patterns. It's really fun paper. Oh, look at the back of that one. That's another one that I'd like to frame. I could frame them together. You could just have some fun Christmas artwork. That makes my brain do a little bit of racing. Anyway, so here are my paper pieces. I did cut myself a tag using that large tag die. There are 2 actual large tag dies. The tags are designed that you can use them on gifts, so you can fold them in half if you so desire to add to a gift. For me, for this particular card, I'm going to cut this in half. So I'm going to pull in my little mini kind of photo trimmer here. And if any of you are interested in a trimmer like this, I did put a link to a little photo trimmer in the description of this video. It's not a Stampin' Up! Trimmer. I wish Stampin' Up! Would offer this again, because it's the cutest thing. It's the most handy thing I've ever used. It just sits here on my desk all the time, and I use it a lot. But if you don't have that one, there is one in the description of this video. It's a mini photo trimmer. Okay, so I'm going to have a tag for another project. So I'm using that. I'm also going to use some basic black for my card base. And then I have a layer of white for the inside. And then I have a little piece of one of the patterns of the paper to add at the very bottom here of this paper. You know, I'm going to go with liquid glue on this just because I'm not positive that I can make my seal skinny like that. I feel like it would be too wide. I wouldn't be able to do it right. So we're going to do that. Okay. And let's trim off that little bit right there. So that's done. And then I've got 2 pieces. So this one, they're the same piece, but we're going to use the striped pattern and then this pattern on top of it. So I have cut this striped pattern to 5 inches by 2 inches. And I'm just going to go ahead and add that right in the center. Oops. Oh no, is my seal? Oh, this is my seal that it was kind of messed up, and then I fixed it, but I think it might still be a little bit messed up. So I may have to get a new one out, and then I'll just mess with this later, because, you know, we don't want to be messing around with this. Back to this. We need to add a little more right there. Okay, so I'm going to add this to the center. I'm trying to center it from top to bottom and side to side. So that's a lot for my brain and my eyeballs to do together. So hopefully it's even. And then this piece is 1.5 by 5.5. And we're going to add this one over the top of this. So this should go from edge to edge. And then, of course, I'm looking at it from, you know, top to bottom. I'm trying to center it on the piece that's already on there. Okay, there we go. So that's just a fun way to use up some of that designer series paper that I know you're all hoarding. Then my little tag here, I am going to also use this star paper along with, well, I'm going to use the Bewitching stamp set, because I'm going to use the stars and this little hat right here. Oh, that's why I can't see. I forgot to put my glasses on. Does anybody ever do that? Forget to put their glasses on and wonder, why can't I see that? Oh, no, it's just me. Okay. All right. So I'm going to punch out the hat out of the patterned paper. These other bits I don't need, so I can just push them off to the side. And now this piece here, I am going to ink up the hat again, or not again, but I'm going to ink up the hat. But I just want the hat band. So I'm not going to do the entire hat. I just want the band. So there we go. That should work. And I'll just stamp it on this scrap here of crushed curry. That is one of the colors that is in the paper. And then I'm going to cut the band out of here. So I'm just going to cut into it right there. And then I'm going to leave a little bit of black border around the buckle. Not a ton, but just a tiny bit. Then we'll come in here and cut around that. And I'm going to leave a little excess past that black mark, just because when the punches this out, it's a little bit smaller than the stamped image, or it's a little bit bigger, I should say. So my piece with the stars is a little bit bigger than this hat band. So I'm going to just make my hat band a little larger. I hope that makes sense. So you can see I'm just kind of making that a little bit larger. All right, so then I can add it to my hat. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue here. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Lisa just said she's sharing and liking. So if anyone else would like to share and like, I would love that. Because when you guys share and like, it tells YouTube that what I'm doing is helpful or fun or engaging or whatever their algorithm would think of it. And it will then share the information with other people so that other people can come watch me too. Okay, so we've got the hat on there. So the buckle, I want it to be a little bit darker. So I'm going to bring in my dark daffodil Stampin' Blend. So I'm just going to color the buckle with the dark blend, just to kind of have it stand out a little bit from the rest. There we go. All right. And then we're going to end up putting it on the tag, but I do want to decorate the tag just a tiny bit. So I noticed we don't have a whole lot of Halloween greetings. Well, I shouldn't say we don't have a whole lot. I only bought one stamp set and it doesn't have any Halloween greetings. So I bought this one. This is the only Halloween bundle that I bought. And there's no sentiments in it, but there's a little boo in my cottage wreaths. And so I've been using that because I think it's perfect. So I'm going to stamp the boo down at the bottom of the tag. And so about right here. Since I could see through it, I was able to kind of make it straight. Then I'm going to bring in my crushed curry pad, and I'm going to stamp a couple of the star images. Gotta bring in my scratch paper here. I finally got a new pad of this stuff. I was stuck reusing the same piece over and over for quite a while, and I was not super happy about that. So I finally got a new pack. I was very happy about that. And so I'm just going to add just a couple of stars to the tag here. I kind of know where I want to put my hat, so I feel like I'm going to add some stars right to the edge here, because you can see I'm covering up all the stars with my hat. So I'm going to need to stamp a few more. Yes, I think that will work. Okay, so we should be done with that. So we've got our hat. We can go ahead and add it to the tag. So I'm going to use dimensionals, and look at that. I've got a sheet of dimensionals here that's almost used up. It's one of my most favorite things. Thank you guys so much for liking and sharing. I appreciate that. And hello, Wendy. Wendy said she forgot to say hi. Hello, Wendy. Thank you for joining us. And we're going to add our hat about like, oh, no. Stop. Come back. Ah. I find that if you don't stick it down really hard, then you can get it back. I want it a little farther over so that it doesn't hang off. There we go. Okay. So then we can add it to the card. So you can see all these papers coordinate together, which is really cool. So I'm going to use my seal again here. And I'm just going to angle it just a little bit, not a ton. Now, you guys, I have shown this before, but there's always people watching me that haven't watched me before, or, you know, what have you. So I'm going to share this again. I want to punch out some black glittery stars. Well, we don't have black glimmer paper anymore. So I'm going to take this black glitter washi tape. There's a set of washi tape in the catalog. There's 4 different colors. So I'm going to use the black, and I'm just going to add it to a scrap here of white. So I'm going to run that across, press it down, and then I'm going to run another strip right next to it. Right next to it, but trying not to overlap them, because I just want them to be right next to each other. And then one more. So we'll have 3 pieces that are like right next to each other. If I can get that, that should work. It tears off really easily, so I'm going to flip it over and smash. Oh, welcome, Tony. Tony is here. And then we've got the stars on our punch. So all you then need to do is just take your punch and punch out some fun glittery stars. You can see I did leaves here in the green, and then I have done some pumpkin tendrils in the orange. So the only one that I haven't done this in yet is the purple. So there you go. Oh, thank you, Diane. She says she always loves my videos. I appreciate that very much. And oh, here's my other star. So I already had done that earlier, because I was, you know, I always have to like make my card beforehand. I got to make sure the card is good. You know what I'm saying? So I did do that on some other scraps, and so I have quite a few to choose from now. So I kind of thought that I'd just bring in my liquid glue and just put some dots of glue where I want some of these to go. So I thought I would put, you know, maybe one here below the hat. I'm not sure how many up here. 1 or maybe 2, we'll see. I thought maybe 1 here. Maybe a couple here above the tag. Get my take your pick tool here. And so I'll just start placing these on the card. And even though it's black on black, there's just something about having a little sparkle that's just, it's just cool. I love it. All right, we'll put one right here on this tag. Maybe a small one. No. Let's go medium, because there's 3 different sizes, I think. There's a small, medium, and a large. So we'll go medium. I kind of feel like I might need another one, but let me hold off, because I have one more thing that I wanted to add to it before I do the inside. And that was to tie a little bow with some of our Baker's Twine Essential pack. So this pack has in it 5 different colors of twine. So we've got the vanilla, the gray granite, the white, the crumb cake, and the black. So obviously we're going to use black. And when I went to get my package out here, I already had a bow in here. So it's like I must have tied it for something and then didn't use it and threw it back in there. So instant bow, already done. Yay me. And so we're going to get a glue dot here. And now I like to roll my glue dots into little logs or tubes. And if you just take, you know, a tiny fingernail, or if you don't have a fingernail, use your take your pick tool, the pokey end, and just roll your glue dot on itself until it's just a little log. Hopefully you can see that. So it's a very skinny little piece of glue dot. And then you can add it to the back of your twine here. And you can stick it on so that you can't see it from the front. And a lot of times if you use a full glue dot, you know, then things stick to it. It sticks to the envelope when your recipient tries to pull it out. And that is really helpful to keep that glue dot from not sticking out anywhere. So there's a little bow, which is kind of cute. And then the inside. Now, this is kind of a silly thing. On this paper, all right, which pattern is it? Is it? No, it's not the stars. It's the striped one. Hold on, let me find it again. So we've got the striped paper and then this paper here. So there's all these funny looking little ghosts. And I thought, what if I colored one yellow and cut it out and then just stuck it on here? You know, why not? So that's what I'm going to do. So I've cut him out. I colored him with the dark blend, and he's just going to kind of hang out down here. And he might have a couple of black glittery stars around him, because I have a few extras, so why not? Why not stick them in there? So we'll just do that. And whoops, you know what? There is like a lot of glue right here. So let me just kind of touch it to my finger and get some of it off, because it's going to squish out and it's going to make a mess. I can already tell that that will happen. Okay. Whoops. I totally touched the glue with the star and then moved it. Okay, there we go. Isn't he kind of creepy but cute? It's like, I don't know what the heck. Like his head's too tall, or I don't know. He's adorable, yet he's not. Okay, so let's add this to the inside. My little inside tip for those of you that may be new: when I put an inside layer in, I don't care about the fold line. I don't care how close my layer is to that at all. I only want to line up the two short sides and the long side here, because as long as those are lined up and there's equal distance around all of them, it's not going to make any difference if it's close up here or not close, because it's all black there. So, all right. And then of course, if you want to decorate your envelope, you could take another piece of this paper. I recommend a 2.5 by 6. Glue that to your envelope flap, and then you have a coordinating card. So there is card number 1. I think that's adorable. I didn't put any bling on there, like no rhinestones or anything, because I feel like the glittery washi tape does that for me. So there you go.